We in here. Let's go.
The Secret Covenant. This was apparently written by John D. Rockefeller, like in the early 1800s. An illusion. It will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the Absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find them a cure on our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their mind and reproductive systems. From this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used on film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it is for their help. We will start early on. When their minds are young, we will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill them and steal their future. Their ability to learn has been affected. We will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will yet create yet more medicines. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods so they may never connect with the inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games so they may be with the oneness of it all. The secret. The Secret Covenant. This was apparently
The one part in there, and I'm going to pull it up, pineal gland. We must do this because they can see far. Those that will start to see will appear crazy to the rest of the people. I'm gonna come back to that. So let me just say this to you, right? Psychology is a prerequisite in your curriculum, all of your school, your jobs. Psychology is in everything that you do. Everything that you absorb in this world, psychology is playing a role. It is actually making you depressed, making you feel with insecurities. This entity is dealing with frequencies. You must understand what you are really dealing with. This is why I tell us that we have to get back to ourselves as individuals. Clean up your pineal gland. We're not supposed to be eye to eye, but we damn sure supposed to be heart to heart. We are not supposed to look at each other as crazy. We are not supposed to take another race opinion over us, no matter what is going on. So you can look at other races, you can hear that letter, and you can think that letter is talking about you. But I want you to really look around and look at the stage that we are in right now regarding what that's going out. What race are they saying is more acceptable for this what? Hmm? And what do this what do to DNA and RNA? And tell me, what do UVC radiation do to the DNA and RNA? My brothers and sisters, you better wake up. You better save your children. You are the God to your children, the God that you calling on to save you out the misery that you continue to practice every day, and look for someone to help you to stop putting that Pepsi to your mouth, that cigarette to your mouth, that alcohol to your mouth. You're praying for someone to stop you from doing that, indulging in meaningless conversations. You made the choice. You can make a choice to stop or not do that. You can make a choice to continue to do it or stop it. Why have we grown so docile? Why have we grown so credulous? A group of people that's waiting to latch on to anything, that's willing to save us from the shit that we're causing ourselves. So let me get on over here. Other races, you can continue to think this is about you. You were used. And I'm not saying that to be smart to you. I'm saying that because, again, me and you may not come from the same source. But again, it took a part of my mother to bring you to existence. I don't have any hatred for you. This is what now tell me, what entity? I'm not taking no calls right now, people. Matter of fact, let me show you what I'm gonna do, because I can see this is going to continue to go on. That's why I gave you a clock and a calendar, because see, no matter how many of these messages was dropped down, as you can see, it didn't care anything about you, because it knew you had an expiration date. That's why I gave you a clock and a calendar, because see, no matter how many of these messages was dropped down to you in Europe, right next to what you would call Stonehenge, no matter how many scientists dissected or gynecologists that went inside of the Black woman's womb and studied her, and you see that we are divine people, you still carried out your low inhumane acts for these people right here in return for the moon and this Pindar and this crew.